Welcome back. I'm Elaine and I'm living with autoimmune disease, and today's video is a follow-up to a previous video continuing COVID vaccine antibody saga. Actually, I didn't know it was a saga. It just became one. For a reminder, I am living with 3 autoimmune diseases. I live with rheumatoid arthritis, systemic sclerosis, and lupus. And I am on 4 immune suppressants. I am on Cellcept, methotrexate, daily prednisone, and Kevzara. In the previous video, I was giving you an update on whether I made COVID antibodies from my vaccination process. I received both doses of the Moderna vaccine, and I'm not gonna make you go back and rewatch that video. I had an antibody test. It was a negative or positive result. My results were negative. I, of course, was pretty crushed, but in that video, I explained that my rheumatologist actually wanted me to know that there were other tests being developed and that hadn't yet hit the university that I am treated at, and those tests weren't available at the time, but that they could become available and we could test again. Antibody testing is not something that the ACR, American College of Rheumatology, is suggesting for patients. It is something that I asked for myself. If you're thinking, why is my physician not testing for this? It might just be as simple as asking them for an antibody test. So fast forward, here we are a couple months later, and I was advised by my doctor that new tests have become available to test for COVID antibodies. And of course, I jumped at that opportunity, right? So I did the blood test, and the test results came back pretty quickly. I think if you watched a couple videos back in which I visited my rheumatologist, I told you I was at the blood lab to get a new antibody test. This test was a result test that actually had a number. It wasn't a positive or negative. It was a marker, a number, and you had to be past a certain level to have antibodies, I guess. And so my test is, drum roll please, it is positive. I have antibodies. I have COVID antibodies. So of course I'm really thrilled, and I'm happy that my vaccine came through, pulled through. My body did it, yay. So what does this mean for me? I still need to be careful. I'm still immune suppressed. I am on 4 immune suppressants. I have 3 autoimmune diseases. I, of course, still need to be careful. Anybody who's in my shoes knows that we always need to be careful when it's cold or flu season or we're around people that are sick. So I'm probably not ready to take my mask off just yet. I probably will remain masked for a period of time, just until I start to feel more comfortable about the world and where we're at. I am super excited because this means that I can start to plan a little more. My vice for my illness is travel, and it is something that I like to do. It probably doesn't make any sense to anybody else, but when I don't feel good, I plan a trip. It's something that takes my mind off where I'm at currently. I guess it's a coping mechanism. So I think that this experience is a good reminder that there is always hope, that you aren't stuck where you are. And this isn't just for you guys, this is for me. I'm in the midst of a flare. I'm having to go back to a medication that I have already used once before until I wait for something new to hit the market. And it's a reminder to me too that 2 months ago, my COVID antibody test was negative. I felt sad. I felt defeated. But 2 months later, I feel energized. I feel hopeful. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so, because I have COVID antibodies, I'm gonna start using my vice and my coping mechanism. I am in the midst of a flare, and I need to have something to look forward to, and I'm gonna do that. To me, that's travel, spending time with family, with friends, and be prepared because I think there's an adventure on my horizon, and I would love to bring you guys along. If you want to subscribe to my adventure, I'd love to have you. Thank you for watching this video, for wanting to know what the update was to my COVID antibody vaccine saga. And until my next adventure, go have yours.